Climate change is one of the big topics at today's G20 summit. Researchers say it's one of the reasons a tiny island off the East Coast is washing away. Tangier Island is home to about 500 people, and people there say erosion is the biggest problem, and they want the president's help before it's too late. The island sits in the Chesapeake Bay. It's only 1¼ square miles and gets smaller every year. Chip Reid visited Tangier Island and joins us from the banks of the Potomac River. Chip, good morning.
Well, good morning. Yes, the Potomac River is a tributary of the Chesapeake Bay where climate change caused by greenhouse gas emissions is part of the problem. But the people of Tangier Island say islands have been washing away in the bay for hundreds of years, long before the Industrial Revolution. They say there's only one thing that's going to save their home. They want President Trump to build them a wall.
Tangier Island in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay rises only a few feet above the surrounding waves. An hour by boat from the mainland, about 500 people live here. Since the 1600s, residents have survived on the bounty of the bay. Tangier produces an estimated 13% of the bay's prized blue crabs, more than any other town in Virginia.
My father was a crabber, my grandfather before him, and great-grandfather.
James Eskridge is the mayor of Tangier. His family has been here for generations. They've watched it gradually sink under the waves.
If we get a severe nor'easter or something, you can make a mark where the shoreline is, and after the storm, you go out there and the mark is well offshore.
It's happening that fast.
Happening that fast.
Since 1850, the island has lost 66% of its land. In about 100 years, it's all expected to be underwater. Evacuation of the island could begin in the next 2 decades. Researchers say one cause is rising sea level due to climate change, but Tangier's more immediate problem is something called wave-induced erosion. The island is literally being washed away by the waves and will eventually disappear.
We need help from the erosion. If it was just sea level rise that we were worried about, we would be in good shape.
Help looks like this, a rock wall. This one was built on the island's western side in the 1980s. The erosion here stopped. Now they say their only hope is a wall around the entire island. But it will cost an estimated $20 to $30 million, which they don't have. They'd like Congress to approve the money, and Mayor Eskridge thinks President Trump could help cut through all the red tape.
He's going to cut back on the time it takes to do studies for these projects. We don't have that time to play with.
Do you think if the president told Congress, I want to save Tangier Island, it would be saved?
I do indeed.
87% of the island's residents voted for Mr. Trump. Eskridge says that's in part because of his pledge to cut federal regulations. In June, the president took notice of the island's support and gave the mayor a call.
We have been discussing sea level rise, and he said Tangier's been here for hundreds of years and it'll be here for hundreds more.
The president's call triggered other calls to the island, but these were different. Some condemned the people here for seemingly agreeing with the president's controversial view of climate change. He has called it a hoax. One business received this message.
Voted for Donald Trump.
It was disheartening and it was upsetting.
Lori Thomas, who works for the town, said one man called to say that she and the people on the island deserved to die.
I think it lit a fire under everybody again to push and to contact our congressmen and
to try to save this island.
And to try to save the island.
Thomas says saving Tangier would mean preserving a rare and special way of life, a place where parents let their children roam free to play in the streets and swim at the docks.
Regardless of whether climate change is man-made, you need something to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, we're to the point now that we need help immediately. We've been studied, and now we're to the point the island's going down. We just need the help to come now.
As you heard, Mayor Eskridge is tired of studies of Tangier Island. He says the last study took 20 years, and that's about the amount of time they might have before they have to start leaving the island. Gayle?
All right, Chip. Yeah, listen, nobody deserves to die because of who you voted for. You do hope that somebody can do something to help what's happening there at Tangier Island. They're not making more land.
Well, it's interesting, the story earlier in the week in North Carolina about the island being created.
That's right.
I think as you see more activity at sea, you'll see both of this on both sides, yeah.
That's right. Reporting. Thank you, Chip.